Atco here the other day, and we wasn't quite this lucky, and I'm just thankful to be here.
The most incredible thing about this is we're only in the second round of eliminations now, and we've already gone through the kind of action we usually see in the semifinal and final rounds, and you've still got 2 rounds to go, but you're hot.
Right now, let's just hope it holds out, buddy.
Boy, hot's not the word for it. Having knocked out the event sponsors 2 namesake cars, Roy Hill will meet Tim Neighbors in 1 Pro Stock Semi. Look for Jerry Haas against Carlton Phillips in the other. And we'll be back for more IHRA drag racing coming up. Semi-final action in all 4 pro classes from Norwalk, Ohio. Stay where you are. Welcome back to Norwalk Raceway Park in Norwalk, Ohio. Bob, Varsha, and Ted Jones with you as we take a close look at Dante Pastorini, the former NFL quarterback turned drag racer.
Look at the intensity in his eyes. This man is all serious. It's just like quarterbacking behind that professional football starting line. He means business. Pastorini turned in a fantastic 5:55 at 260 mile an hour in the quarterfinals.
And he'll be meeting Jack Ostrander with a 5:49 at 267 miles an hour. Pastorini knocked off top qualifier Gene Snow in the quarterfinals, and now he will face Ostrander, who put down Bill Mullins in his heat.
Remember, Pastorini, the athlete, hopes that his prowess will be sharp for this race because Ostrander went much quicker in that semifinal round.
Ostrander smoking the tires in the far lane, but still close, and I think Ostrander holds on. He does at 5:51. Great race.
What an incredible race as they were wheel to wheel down the drag strip. Watch, Pastorini actually is out first. Then Ostrander begins to move forward. Now they go side by side, wheel to wheel as they move up to the finish line. It's anyone's race, and it's going to be Ostrander barely nosing Pastorini.
Add up reaction times and ETs, and that was a victory by 1/1000th of a second. Now we're ready for semi number 2 in Pro Nitro Dragster. Jerry Marconi at 5:47 and 260 miles an hour. He beat Joe Amato, the top qualifier, in the quarters. John Carey had a solo run when Glenn Mikras couldn't get his car to fire at the starting line. They will now meet in the semis.
Carey only turning a 7:25 at 189 mile an hour, so we're not really sure what he's capable of doing right now. But you can bet Jerry Marconi's going to give it all he's got. They're both staged. Here they come.
Yeah, and Marconi is out of the race. Look at it. He spins the tires, gets all kinds of smoke, but now Carey's had a problem.
He stays in it, and Marconi pulls the win out. This is incredible, but it looked like he hurt a motor.
You see the smoke coming from the pipes. Watch this, folks. Jerry Marconi could have given up right here as he smokes the tires.
As a matter of fact, I think that's what Carey did. He actually shut down after smoking the tires, shut the car off, thought Marconi was out of it. Surprise, there's Marconi, and look at the smoke from the engine. That could be significant.
And so we may have terminal damage to that engine. We'll have to get word from the pits. But as it is, Jerry Marconi, the number 8 qualifier, will go to the Pro Nitro Dragster final, where he will meet Jack Ostrander. Ostrander with the lower ET will have the lane choice. And now we move on to Pro Alcohol Funny Car semifinals. Our first matchup will have the white car of Don DeFluter, the number 2 qualifier. He's looking for points against this man, Arnie Karp, with a 6.5, 213 miles an hour in his quarterfinal victory against Jim Bailey. There you see DeFluter, who beat points leader Bob Newberry in the quarterfinals. Should be a good one here.
Arnie Karp, the Boston Strangler, sponsored by Pepsi, has been unstoppable in the last 2 races on the IHRA trail. DeFluter knows it. Karp's the guy that's been beating Newberry, doing the job DeFluter wanted to do. Now DeFluter has to stop Karp if he's to gain any of those valuable IHRA points. Here they come. DeFluter out in front. Karp moves slightly ahead now to the finish line. Karp.
And Arnie Karp out of Peabody, Massachusetts, knocks off Don DeFluter. And you saw DeFluter having some traction problems as he moved very close to the center line. But Arnie Karp at 6.46 and 220 miles an hour, great run. Our next semifinal will have Bogey Kell and Southern Thunder at 216 miles an hour in his victory in the quarters over Peter Gallen, facing this man, Herb Rogers, in the Flying Glass Mustang. He had an easy run into the semis when Monty Todd had mechanical problems at the start line.
This is a Canada versus the USA. Herb Rogers, the Mustang-bodied Flying Glass, is from Canada. Bogey Kell from the southern part of the United States, Attala, Alabama. Look at the paint job on that car and the beautiful mural on the front end of that night, you can tell Bogey is a proud Southerner.
We mentioned alcohol funny cars in their second full season of championship pro racing, and as they're away, looks like Southern Thunder and Bogey Kell moves away to a car-length victory.
The South will rise again. Bogey Kell doing a little wheel stand off the starting line, stayed right in it. Watch the wheels come up. Watch Bogey drive it right on through the car, a little crooked. Bogey straightens. What an excellent driving job, and keeps right on top of it to stay out in front of Rogers and take the victory.
A tremendous victory for Bogey Kell. Keep in mind, he has never won an IHRA alcohol funny car national event. And so our matchup in Pro Alcohol Funny Car Finals will be Bogey Kell against Arnie Karp. Karp will have lane choice. Once again, below ET means you get to choose. Lots more racing still to come from Norwalk, Ohio, in the Motorcraft World Nationals. Coming up next, Pro Nitro Funny Car Semifinals. Back at Norwalk Raceway Park in the IHRA Motorcraft World Nationals. Bob Varsha and Ted Jones with you. And we're ready for Pro Nitro Funny Car Semifinals. A couple of lucky qualifiers. There's Ed the Ace McCullough and his Miller American Olds, who beat Scott Kalita, who got way out of shape and almost crossed the center line in his quarterfinal heat. And he'll be facing Doc Holliday in his Telstar Dodge Daytona, who won his quarterfinal heat when Jim White popped prematurely. There you see Ed McCullough's numbers, 588 at 247 miles an hour, beating Scott Kalita. Doc Holliday, very close to the same numbers, 588 at 254, as he beat Jim White.
What a race this is going to be. Doc Holliday, who has been racing for 30 years against Ed the Ace McCullough, two old veterans. Look at McCullough pulling the front end off the ground, pulling away consistently from Doc Holliday, and he has an easy win, Bob.
And so Ed McCullough, who we saw in his race against Scott Kalita, drove straight and true. He really has that Miller Olds hooked up well. There you see 572 at 244 miles an hour. Ed McCullough will go on to the finals.